Hello and welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we have quite a few tool deals from Lowe's. We're also going to check out Home Depot's special buy of the day because they got some good discounts there, as well as an extra goodie from Direct Tools Outlet. Now I am going to start out by saying I apologize. Been a little while since coming out with a video. Probably going to be a little bit on and off just because I recently had a baby over the weekend. So super excited, have a new little one joining the family. But of course, tool deals are always out there, so got to make sure we stay on alert no matter what. So starting out, we're going to check out Lowe's deal of the day. They are having three. Now today, they're having these four specific tools from DeWalt. So not a bad deal there, especially this one. This is pretty common. Their XR multi-tool with a bunch of accessories, the whole kit. And of course, their impact wrench if you need that, a couple batteries, and their drill driver kit. They're also having Kobalt, their 80 volt OP on sale. So their lawnmower as well as their string trimmer. Looks like you do get a couple batteries with the lawnmower and then one battery with the string trimmer. In Metabo, their 6-gallon air compressor for $160. Again, all three of these do end by the end of the day, so make sure to take advantage of that. All right, now switching over to the rest of the deals at Lowe's. Kobalt is having their wheelbarrow on sale for $99. They're also having, again, one of their cordless lawnmowers. Now this is the 24 volt, so you're getting their 16-inch lawnmower with two 4-amp-hour batteries. So this is going to be a very small lawnmower, not going to be cutting super thick brush. I want to be using for that, but if you have a really small yard, don't want to worry about having a gas lawnmower, this is not a bad deal. $299. And of course, we'll take the same batteries as their normal tool 24 volt line if you're in that system. Right now, Craftsman is having their hedge trimmer kit for $99. Now you do get a 1.5 amp hour battery, which to be honest, I didn't even know Craftsman was still selling or giving these batteries away. So again, gonna be their smallest and weakest batteries. But if you are in the Craftsman line and have some bigger batteries, even that 2 amp hour, then maybe not a bad deal. Now, speaking of gas, Craftsman is also having their gas lawnmower for $350. Ego is having their 16-inch chainsaw with a 2.5 amp hour battery for $219. So not a bad kit from Ego there. Now, these next few deals from DeWalt are just not these three. I mean, this is pretty much, they have a whole page. Most of their tools are having this, but these are just a few just to kind of give you an idea of what the deal is. So pretty much all of their tools with a free 8 amp hour battery. So for example, their 1/2-inch cordless impact wrench, $249 with that 8 amp hour battery. Another example, their drill driver kit. Now this is a really good deal, I think, because not only you're getting just for $219 the XR drill, a regular 2 amp hour battery, and then that power stack battery. Okay, pretty good deal by itself, to be honest, but then they're also throwing in 8 amp hour battery. So you're getting a 2 amp hour battery, power stack battery, 8 amp hour battery, drill driver, bag, and charger from DeWalt, $219. Pretty good deal there. And again, another example, their cordless miter saw, $350 with that 8 amp hour battery. So not a bad deal either. Switching over to Flex, they're having their 2-tool combo kit, drill driver, impact driver, 2.5 amp hour batteries for $130. I think this was going on for some time, but they're still having it. Not a bad deal. I think those batteries alone are probably worth it by itself. Now, Kobalt is also having their cordless impact wrench for $150. So you get the 4 amp hour battery, charger, nice bag, the impact wrench, $150. Not a bad deal from Kobalt. And then to go alongside, you need some extra batteries with that impact wrench. They're having a 2-pack of their 4 amp hour batteries, their charger for $150. Not only that, they're also throwing in a free tool. So for $150, you get 2 batteries and then pretty much all of their 24 volt tools. So I think the only thing missing really is their, common drill driver, impact drivers. You kind of have to buy that separately, but I mean, you have the impact wrench, the right angle, recip saw, another impact wrench, circ saw. I mean, so pretty much, yeah, not a bad deal. $150, you're getting pretty much a tool from Kobalt, 2 4 amp hour batteries and a charger to get you started. Not a bad deal. And of course, Craftsman always has to jump in on the action at Lowe's too. Can't be outdone there. Same. Now this is a 4 amp hour battery, 2 amp hour battery and charger, $99. Okay, maybe not a bad deal, but then also you get a similar free tool. Now, unlike the Kobalt, I'm pretty sure all of this is their brush tools. So like that multi-tool, I had absolutely hated it, switched it for the rigid, would never go back. That jigsaw, I have very weak. Recip saw, have switched it with the Kobalt. Sander's okay. But yeah, if you're just so happen to be in that line and you need a couple extra batteries, I would just get it for that reason alone and get a free tool while you're at it. But they are having that. All right, now switching over, Craftsman is also having their table saw with the stand for $199. Now, I don't think I would personally recommend this saw. I think there are way better options. In fact, I'm going to show you a next one after this that might be a better deal or give you a better value. But if you have a small shop or you're on a tight budget, I totally get it. And if you need a table saw, I'm sure this will get the job done with some basic rip cuts. But again, you are getting the stand, the saw for $200. Maybe not a bad deal. Now, if we switch over to the Kobalt, pretty much the same deal. Now, for an extra $50, if you're able to, not only are you getting the table saw, the folding stand, but you're also getting those wheels. So it makes it a lot more easy to move around, especially if you're in a small shop or a garage. An extra $50, I think it's way worth it. You're going to be way more happy every time you have to use it. Again, if you're able to do that. But again, those both are having on sale. Depending on what your needs are, they're having those options. Now we switch over to Home Depot. They are having these special buy of the day. So just like Lowe's deal of the day, this is going to end. So make sure if you do see something to take advantage of today. Now we're not going to go through every single one. I'll just leave the link, but they are having some pretty good deals. For example, we had Kobalt's $150 impact wrench. Not pretty good, but Rigid's, they're $200 for their impact wrench you get, but it comes with those 4 amp hour 2 max output batteries. So that's a pretty good deal. Again, this right here, they're always having. This is one of the lowest prices I've seen at $75. Usually the lowest price is like $79, but again, they're just throwing that in. So a really good deal. A lot from DeWalt. And then if we compare this, now Husky is having their 6-gallon pancake air compressor for $71. Now Mataba was $160. So pretty much saving $100 if you want to go with the Husky. But then of course, just some other tools here, but I'll leave the link. Pretty good deals. Just again, does it at the end of the day. And as mentioned in the beginning, if we switch over to Direct Tools Outlet, they're having up to 50% off on most of their tools with free shipping. Now with Direct Tools, you can find a lot of good discounts, but it's a shipping of like $15 is what kind of defeats the purpose. And at that point, you're kind of better off just buying brand new. But because we are getting free shipping, definitely not bad. I mean, $65 for a rigid hammer drill. So again, if you are in need of something like that, if you don't mind factory reconditioned, you can find some pretty good deals, a lot of good batteries and whatnot. But anyway, guys, I'll leave the link. Feel free to check that out. But all right, guys, thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you saw anything like, drop a like down. I appreciate that. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future tool deals we're going to be going through. With that being said, I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. Y'all take care.